The following video will guide you through installing Asheron's Call with Decal, Thwargle, and all the plugins on your Steamdeck or Linux installation. If you're on Steamdeck, the first thing you're going to want to do is switch to desktop mode. Next, you're going to want to open your browser and search for AConLinux. This should lead you to my GitHub page where I've uploaded the configuration files required for this installation process. You also need to download the base AC game file and the updates file. You can find this at emulator.ac/how-2-play. Once you've verified the required files have been downloaded, you can begin the installation process. Open Lutris and navigate to Add New. There currently seems to be a bug. I'm not sure if this is a Lutris issue, a Steamdeck issue, or an Arch issue. However, the browse function does not work properly, and you will have to type the file location and file name in manually. Extract the AConLinux zip file to your Downloads folder. Copy the folder path so you can paste it into Lutris. Then append ac.yaml. Click Install, Install, and then Continue. Here you will need to provide the game install location and the update location. After providing the proper file locations, click Install and wait for the AC installation wizard to launch. After the wizard begins, click Next, then click Browse, and set the installation folder to C:/games/AC. It is extremely important that files are installed in the proper location for the scripts to function. After the installation wizard completes, you must wait for Lutris to extract and apply the AC update. It will take a minute or two for this process to finish. After the base game and updates are finished, you will see an installation complete message on the Lutris wizard. Click Close and begin the next process of installing Decal. Again, you will have to manually type in the installation path and file, in this case, decal.yaml. Click Install, Install. Ignore the warning that says there's files already in this path. We are going to install this into the same prefix to make sure everything functions correctly. Once the wizard begins, click Next accept the agreement, click Custom, change to Install Everything, and then set the installation path. Again, we want to make sure that everything is in the expected location for the files to function correctly. This is C:\games\decal. It is very important that you click Finish on the Wizards window before navigating to the AC installation location. Click OK on the pop-up error, then exit Decal, allowing the Lutris installation process to finish. Once the process finishes, you can immediately click Launch so that you can update the Decal plugins. If everything has worked okay to this point, you should see black check marks next to all the plugins with the exception of version 1 plugin circuit. Once you've verified everything is working to this point, exit Decal completely so that we can begin the installation process for the Viridian plugins. Again, you'll have to specify the installation path manually, followed by plugins.yaml. Click Install, Install, Continue. Again, we're going to ignore the selected path contains files error. This part of the installation process contains the largest number of files that need to be downloaded, installed, and configured by Lutris. On Steamdeck, you can expect it to take approximately 5 minutes or so. Once the background installation process is finished, the Viridian plugin installer will pop up. Click the Check Libs button to verify that everything has been installed and is working correctly. Again, it is important to make sure that all files are installed in the expected location. In this case, C:\games\Viridian plugins. Once the installation is complete, you will see a message at the bottom of the terminal window saying you may close this program. Exit out of the terminal window. Then close the installation window so that we can begin the Thwargle install process. Before continuing to the next installation, I always like to make sure that all the plugins have loaded into Decal properly. Open Decal and verify that everything is listed as expected. You'll once again have to specify the configuration file path manually, this time followed by thwarg.yaml. Click Install, Install, ignore the error regarding files already in this location, and click Continue. .NET 4.8 is another lengthy installation process that you can expect will take a few minutes on the Steamdeck. After .NET 4.8 finishes, the Thwargo Launcher installer will begin. As with the other installs, it is important that the Thwargo Launcher is installed into the proper folder that the scripts expect, in this case C:\games\thwargle. It is important that you not check the box to launch the launcher after the wizard completes. Lutris has a few background processes that it has to complete before the game will be ready to play. Launch Decal and then install Thwarg filter. Exit Decal and run Thwargo Launcher. Configure it as you normally would. Once you've configured the Thwargo Launcher, close it down and then exit Steam. This will allow you to create a shortcut inside Steam using the Properties option of the Thwargo Launcher inside Lutris. After selecting the Create Shortcut option, open Steam again and verify that the Thwargo Launcher is listed. After you locate the Thwargo Launcher, go into the Properties and the Controller options, and then adjust it as you desire, most likely keyboard and mouse. At this point, you're going to want to restart the Steamdeck to go back to big picture mode. Once restarted, you're going to want to locate the Thwargo Launcher in your library and run it. At this point, you should be completed with the install and able to enjoy AC on Linux with Decal and all your favorite plugins.